My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. I worked at IRS for a decade. I have been in private practice for 4 decades. I've worked about 10,000 cases. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters. I also taught the offer and compromise program. I used to accept offers and deny offers, and yeah, I'm a national expert for the offer and compromise. If you're submitting an offer and compromise, first of all, if you're doing it yourself, great. If you're hiring a company, be really careful. A lot of people like to rip you off. I get a lot of those calls. People take large checks from people, and I just had one yesterday that they gave this company $12,000, and there was no way the person qualified for an offer and compromise because they had $200,000 in the bank and the debt was only $100. You can't do that. So the first thing you want to do is to make sure that you're eligible for an offer. There's a pre-qualifier tool that IRS has to make sure, but that doesn't really tell you the whole story. To find out, you really need to contact a professional, me, someone else, and you need to show them your IRS financial statement on a 433 OICA, and they can tell you specifically if you qualify. Don't send in an offer, don't send IRS any money, don't give your money to anyone until you know for a fact, okay, that you are a qualified person. You're also going to have to make sure that you're current. If it's a business, you're going to want to make your payroll tax deposits, and if it's a personal, you got to make estimate payments, or you've got to make sure your withholding is up to date. So you've got to make sure that you've filled out the forms, the 433 AOIC, if it's personal, and the 656. You've got to make sure that you understand the system to get the lowest possible settlement. But today, I just want you to know where to go ahead and send your offer and compromise. There's mainly two places that takes the offer, and that's the Memphis Service Center, and the other one is Brook Haven. But what you have to do is different states take the offers and compromise and send them to a specific service center. So you need to go ahead and Google and say, where do I send my offer and compromise? I live in this state, and you will either send it to Memphis or the Brook Haven service center. Just so you know, that's how the system works. Just for instance, people in Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, so forth and so on. There's probably 20. They're going to send theirs to Memphis. The majority of people are going to send them to the Brook Haven office. By the way, you should know it takes a year to go ahead and to have the offer and compromise processed and accepted. You can appeal your offer and compromise as you need to. The big warning, though, that I tell everyone is make sure you're a qualified candidate. IRS received, I don't know, 80,000 off 15,000. The key is getting someone to look at your offer who knows what they're doing, and you'll save yourself a whole bunch of money. Anyway, we're here for consultations or representations. If it's a small offer, do it yourself. If it's anything over 50,000, you're crazy to do it by yourself. The offers are tough. I've worked this program so long; they're just not the easiest things. The forms are complicated, so be really careful. Anyway, at the end of the day, I'd love a subscription if you can, because YouTube thinks they're really neat. And if you have a comment, leave the comment. If you want me to go ahead and look at your offer, I certainly can do that. But anyway, at the end of the day, by the way, if you want me to do a YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment. Say, hey, how about doing a YouTube? Anyway, remember, if you want to know where to send it, just go to irs.gov or just go online and say, where do I send my offer? The state you live in determines that. Thank you.